This video is about solving nonlinear system equations. Here are some methods to solve different type of system equations. We have substitution, graphical method, elimination. For these three methods, we can use them to solve linear or nonlinear two-variable system of equations. For linear, three or more variables, we got to use Gaussian elimination. In this class, we want to talk about techniques to solve system of nonlinear equations. We got to use method of substitution and also method of elimination. For substitution, make sure you have to set up x equals or y equals, so that you can use substitution. For method of elimination, normally, first of all, you have to set up equals. This part is a constant number. Then try to get opposite x squared or y squared. Like this, ax squared, then you got the negative ax squared. So we add together, you got 0. Or you get the by squared, the negative by squared. Then we add together, you will get 0. That means you cancel x squared or y squared. Now let's take some questions. For example, number 2. First of all, you need to decide a substitution or elimination, which one is better. Since for the second equation, we don't have x squared or y squared. Therefore, definitely we got to use substitution. For the substitution, make sure the pattern that is x equals or y equals. For number 2, we can make x equals easily. Therefore, you will get the x equals 1 plus 2y. We label this is a 1, here it's 2, this is a 3. Now we plug x equals 1 plus 2y into 1. So we get 1 plus 2y squared minus y squared equals 16. For a plus b squared, we got a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now we can get 1 plus 2ab means 4y, then plus 4y squared minus y squared equals 16. Combine like terms, we got 3y squared plus 4y plus 1 equals 16. We know this is a quadratic pattern equation, therefore we need to get equal to 0. So both sides minus 16. You will get minus 15 equal to 0. Then we do ninja x. Negative 45 over 3 over 3. This one is a positive 4. So we got positive 9, negative 5. Reduce, we got 3 over 1. Variable that is y. So we got 3y minus 5 times y plus 3 equal to 0. y1 equals 5 over 3. y2 equals negative 3. Now we need to plug into equation 3 to get the x. So your x1 equals 1 plus 2 times 5 over 3. You will get 1 plus 10 over 3. That is 13 over 3. For x2, you will get 1 plus 2 times negative 3. That is negative 5. Therefore, for the solution will be 13 over 3 and 5 over 3. And negative 5 for negative 3. We have two solutions to this system equation. Now let's go to number 3. First of all, we need to choose the better method, definitely substitution, because for second equation, we don't have x squared or y squared. For substitution, you have to create x equals or y equals 4. Therefore, we can get the y equals 6 minus 2x. Let's label this is equation 1, 2, 3. So we need to plug y equals 6 minus 2x into first equation. Then you get the x squared minus 2x plus 2 times 6 minus 2x squared. Then equals 8. We got to do a plus b squared first. So we get the a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So for 6 minus 2x squared, you get 36 minus 2ab, that is 24x. Then plus 4x squared. Then we have this 2 to the front. Then bring down x squared minus 2x. Then equals 8. We got to do distributive property this time. We got 72 minus 48x plus 8x squared equals 8. Bring this down. That is x squared minus 2x plus. Then you combine like terms. You will get 9x squared minus 50x. Then plus 72 equals 8. This is a quadratic pattern equation. Therefore, you need to minus 8 both sides. You will get that 9x squared minus 50x plus 64 equal to 0. And you need to do ninja x. For 9 times 64, you just write down 9 times 64 because this is a really big number. Then over 9 over 9, we need to get the negative 50. If you have a really big number like 9 times 64, just factor that into prime number. Like 9, I can write down 3 times 3. For 64, I can write down 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Then times 2 is a 6 to multiplication. Then check which two factors you can get the 50. You can try 3 times, this is 8, that's 24. Then 3 times 8, that's 24 plus 24 doesn't work. Now you can check 3 times this. That is 3 times 16, 48. It still didn't work. Then this time you can check 9. 9 times 2. That is 18. This one multiplication, that's 32. Adding, that's 50. Therefore, we got negative 18, negative 32. Reduce, that's negative 2 over 1. The variable will be the x. So we get x minus 2 times 9x minus 32 equal to 0. Your x1 equals 2. x2 equals 32 over 9. Then you need to plug x into this equation 3. Y equals 6 minus 2x. Therefore, y1 equals 6 minus 2x. That equals 2. For y2, you will get the 2 minus 2 times 32 over 9. That is 6 minus 64 over 9. Then this is over 1. Cross multiply. You will get the 54 minus 64. So you get negative 10 over 9. Then you can write down the solutions. That is 2, 2, and 32 over 9, negative 10 over 9. Now let's go to number 7. Since for this equation we have x squared, y squared, definitely elimination will be the better way to solve. For elimination, we want to get equals a constant format. This is already that format. Therefore, try to create opposite x squared or y squared, like ax squared, negative ax squared. So we add, you will get 0, cancel out. Or you can get the by squared, negative by squared. Still adding and then get 0. For this kind of equation, we can make negative 4y squared and a positive 4y squared by doing multiply 2 for the first equation. Therefore, we multiply by 2 everything. We got the 10x squared minus 4y squared equals negative 26. Let's rewrite the second equation. This is the first one, second one. So we got 3x squared plus 4y squared equals 39. Then we add to cancel this. We got 13x squared equals 13. Therefore, x squared equals 1. Then the x, you get the plus or minus 1. So we can write down x equals 1, x2 equals negative 1. For x1 equals 1, I plug in the first equation. You will get 5y squared minus 2y squared equals negative 13. So we get the 5 minus 2y squared equals negative 13. And this is a power pattern, so try to isolate this y squared. Therefore, we subtract the 5 both sides. You get that negative 2y squared equals negative 18. Then divided by negative 2 both sides. You will get the y squared equals 9. So you get the y equals plus or minus 3. Which means we have 1, 3, and 1, negative 3 as the solution. Then we plug in x2 equal to -1. Still plug into the first equation. You will get the same answer. We get the 5 times -1 squared minus 2y squared equals -13. Then we will get the y equals plus or minus 3, which means we have -1, 3, -1, -3 will be the solution. In other words, we will have 4 solutions to this nonlinear system of equations. Now let's go to number 6. Still, we need to check which method is better to solve this nonlinear system equation. When we look at the y equals, think substitution is a better way. But when you plug in y into this y squared, you will create x to the 4th power. We don't like that. Since for both equation we have x squared, we have x squared here. Therefore, we use elimination. It's a better way to solve. For the elimination, we want to get the equals constant format. So we put the x, y equals constant pattern. Therefore, we move x squared to the left side. We got the -x squared plus y equals 5. That's the first equation. For second equation, we state x squared plus y squared equals 25. Then this is the opposite already. Therefore, I just add both sides. You will get y squared plus y equals 30. This is a quadratic pattern equation. Therefore, y squared plus y minus 30 equal to 0. Ninja x, y plus 6 times y minus 5 equal to 0. Therefore, we got the y1 equal -6, y2 equals 5. Then this time, we need to plug into equation to figure out the x. Let's plug in the first one. We got the y1 equals -6, so we got -6 equals x squared plus 5. Then we minus 5 both sides. You will get -11 equals x squared. This is a no solution. Now let's check y2 equals 5. I still plug into the first equation. You got the 5 equals x squared plus 5. X squared equals to 0 because we minus 5 both sides. Therefore, x equal to 0. So we got the solution 0, 5, only one solution. Now let's go back to number 7. This time I want to get rid of x squared first. Therefore, for the first equation multiply by 3, and then the second equation will multiply by 5. You will get, do the distributive property, 15x squared minus 6y squared equals -39. For second equation, you got the 15x squared plus 20y squared equals 195. Since they are not opposite, you have to change sign for the first equation. I will get -15x squared plus 6y squared equals 39. Then you add these two equations. It's gone. 26y squared equals 244. Then you divide it by 26 both sides. You will get the y squared equals 9. Then the y equals plus or minus 3. Then you plug y equals 3, positive 3, to the first equation. You will get the 5x squared minus 2 times 3 squared equals negative 13. Then you solve, get the x equals plus or minus 1. Therefore, 1, 3, negative 1, 3 will be the two solutions. Then we plug in y2 equals negative 3. You will get the same answer for x equals plus or minus 1. In other words, 1, negative 3 and negative 1, negative 3 will be the another two solutions. So altogether we have 4 solutions to this equation.